Welcome everyone, I'm the Depressed Dior, and this is just going to be our brief channel update for March 31st, 2013. For one thing, I want to go ahead and give an update on the voting. It's usually what ends up happening is I usually give it about a week. I would give it more time, but what usually ends up happening is there's just a bunch of votes in the beginning, and then just dead silence for the rest of it, which is what happened this week, so it's no different from my previous attempts. But it's no big deal. I'll just go ahead and give an update of how the votes are going. I guess I can kind of go ahead and proclaim a winner, but that can change. Right now, there is one vote for Yes Origin, one vote for Bunny Must Die and Chelsea and the Seven Devils, one vote for Jade Cocoon, 3 votes for Persona 4, and then 7 votes for Pucelle Tactics. So Pucelle Tactics is currently the winner, and I will start Pucelle Tactics, assuming it still has the highest votes, the next time I have an opening for my Let's Plays, which is probably going to be in a couple of weeks, unless I really just cannot stand doing any more of Sword of the Stars. But speaking of Sword of the Stars, I do have another playthrough of the Engineer prepared. Needless to say, you probably can guess the outcome, but it is a little bit different. There's been a recent patch and update, so there's actually some new items and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. Which also means there's probably more recipes that I still don't know. But what I'll probably start doing is start playing the game off screen. As you can probably see in the background, I'm probably going to have I'm saying probably because I don't actually see the video right now. I'm just making the post commentary. I'll probably be playing Engineer off screen to kind of see if I can get some more recipes. Because some of my games, I don't get very many consoles, which is kind of disappointing. Also, I keep finding fluff text. Anyway, besides that, Touhouvania is still going on schedule. I have it all recorded. I do have an attempt of the extra mode recorded as well, and I've already finished my recording of Touhouvania 2. I'm still working on the extra mode on that, because I attempted it once, but I still need to get to the final boss just to show what happens and all that. I'm probably not going to beat it. Who knows, I might. So yeah, that's kind of the general gist of it. Touhouvania, then Touhouvania 2. Sword of the Stars is still going to be going. Anodyne, it's been already all pre-recorded. It should be done probably in a week or so. I don't know if I may replace it with something. Probably another indie game maybe that's been greenlit. We'll see. And what else? I think that's it. Oh, also, starting this Sunday, I will start uploading Anti-Chamber, which I still need to finish. I have most of it done. What I do is I'm going to complete the game, and then I'll try to do all the side rooms and show that off. The only thing I won't do is maybe show off every pink square that's found in the game, or pink cube rather, because some of those things can be very, very time consuming and kind of boring to watch. I might show the general gist of the idea, but I probably won't do it to completion. So yeah, that's about the gist of everything. Like I said, Pucelle Tactics is currently in the lead by 4 votes. So if you want to change that, go ahead. Oh, one thing, someone did also put a suggestion along with the vote of perhaps doing something very similar to what I did in Final Fantasy Tactics, which is where I allowed you guys to kind of have some control over what my party is going to be. For Pucelle Tactics, for Disgaea, this could be definitely done in Disgaea, but Pucelle Tactics, I'm a little limited. There's not very many character choices as far as human characters go. All the human characters are story-based characters, so I don't really have any influence on them. I mean, I can definitely build them a certain way, but it's mostly just stats in the end. Also for the monsters, I don't get the thing you have a lot more control over, or at least in having in your party, is what monsters, because you can just tame whatever monsters you want for the most part, including bosses later on, and you can just add them to your party. The only thing about that is I can't rename them, So whatever name they start out with is the name they're stuck with. So if you want me to have a certain monster, I'll certainly give it a shot. But otherwise, you won't really have very much influence on what happens to them. So yeah, like I said, I will take some advice, but probably I can't really promise anything. Pucelle Tactics is a little bit. It's not exactly a Disgaea game. It has its little own style to it as well. So for the most part, it's just for me to get used to this sort of playstyle of grinding and stuff like that. Speaking of grinding, I do have a save already prepared where I have done a bunch of grinding. I've also been using the save as kind of a way of learning the mechanics and stuff like that, like closing gates and item fusion. So it might give me a slight boost after a certain point when I swap over to that save. I intend on doing like part of the tutorial, then I'll swap over to the save, which is a little bit beefier, and then show off a few of the tricks and stuff I've learned through reading facts and watching some videos, and then from there I'll probably just continue the game. So I'll probably give me quite a boost in the earlier chapters, or at least chapter 1, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I do intend on doing all the extra stuff, which is kind of the reason I've been grinding, because the game itself is only about 20 or 30 hours long, give or take, and I don't believe it requires too much grinding. But if you want to do any of the extra stuff, like the extra ending type things, you definitely need to do a lot of grinding. It pretty much makes your game into 100 hours long or something like that, at least according to the FAQs. So I will certainly be working on that. Of course, most of that grinding will be off screen, so you guys won't see it. But if there's any pauses in the series, I'll probably be the reason. Anyway, I think that's about the gist of it. I've been saying "just" a lot. Anyway, the Press Dior March 31st update. You guys know what the votes are. I'll probably put them in the description just in case. As always, just if you want to try to, for those who haven't voted and want to change the outcome, by all means, you go find my voting video. I believe it's called Voting Phase 2 or something like that, and you can vote there. Otherwise, if you vote in this video, I'm probably just gonna ignore it. I don't know. I might feel nice. Anyway, see you guys later.